Hey, this is Judgment Waits doing my question and answer video. I am super excited to try this out, and I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that sent me a question. I got so many that I'm not going to be able to do them all in one video, so I am, like I said, super excited to do these and get to them. I've kind of grouped them into four basic categories. I've got common questions, I've got Xbox questions or gaming questions, I've got Christianity or my faith questions, and I've got YouTube questions about my channel and everything like that. But let's get into those questions. The first one comes from the Christian Rocks, and they ask, what part of the states do you live in? I live in the greatest state of the United States, and that is, of course, Ohio. I'm sure I didn't have to say that. You know, I'm sure you already knew what I was talking about as soon as I went there. But, all right, maybe it's not the greatest state, but at least we're like 20 times better than Michigan or Pennsylvania, hands down. Now, I live in north central Ohio, and I'm less than 1 hour away from the #1 ranked amusement park in the world. And I'm not kidding about that when I say that. That is Cedar Point, and if you've never been there, oh, you should try to get there if you can. They always have great rides. We usually always hold the records for the tallest and fastest roller coasters and everything like that. So it's really fun being able to go to that park and have that option to do that. On to the second question, though, and that is, what do you game on, and can I add you as a friend? I get this one all the time. I game just on the Xbox 360. I don't have a PlayStation 3 or anything like that. I don't do any PC gaming. I've thought about getting a PlayStation 3, but I've kind of held back, you know, with the rumors of the next PlayStation and Xboxes coming out, so I'm probably going to hold off to see what happens with that respect. Now, my gamer tag or my friends list is full for the Xbox 360, so unfortunately right now I cannot add you as a friend, and I'm trying to figure out something to do so that I can play with subscribers and everything like that. If I do that, I will put that in a video and make sure that all of you guys are aware of that or anything like that. Make sure you connect with me on Facebook and Twitter, because I'll probably use those to communicate that as well. Now, this third question is the one that I get most often, by far, hands down. This is the most popular question I get, and it is always, what is the name of the band or what is the name of the song in your outro music? The band is called Skillet. Yes, they're named after a frying pan. That's how awesome they are. Like I said, my favorite band of all time. The song is called Hero. I definitely recommend you guys checking out their CDs and everything like that. I am super excited because I think they have something set to release this summer, so I can't wait for that, but I'll keep you up to date with that information. And if you're a panhead like me, you better put something in the comments section letting everybody know how much Skillet rocks. Now, I used to do some videos every once in a while where I would set like a video to music and introduce people to different bands and everything like that. Unfortunately, ever since I got partnered, I had to be very careful of what I do. The only way I could continue to do that is if I got the band's or the record label's permission, and I've tried doing that, but unfortunately I haven't had any success, so that's why I haven't been doing those type of videos anymore. Alright, on to the gaming or Xbox type questions. Nerf Gun Homicide, great name by the way, asked, how did I get into Xbox? Soccer 8 Boy asked, how and when did I start playing Call of Duty? And then Seth Z91 asked, how do you find a good group of friends to play Call of Duty with? So I kind of wanted to tell you my history of gaming, and that'll probably answer all three of those questions. I grew up playing video games. I remember playing Pong, you know, on the TV and everything like that. Now, we were dirt poor growing up, so we never could afford our own gaming systems or everything like that, but I used to always go over to my friends and play Atari or Nintendo or Super Nintendo. I just thought that was the coolest thing out there. Now, I did have a computer growing up, so eventually I was playing games like Baldur's Gate or Fallout or things for the PC, but I never really got into PC gaming beyond that. My first experience with a console was with the Xbox, the regular Xbox. After I moved out and had some of my own cash and everything like that, I went out and bought one, and I bought this game called Halo Combat Evolved. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but I just thought that was the coolest game out there. I remember the time when you're playing that game and you get introduced to the Flood. Oh, that was just such a cool movement. I was actually kind of scared, you know, I was up playing by myself, and it was really dark, and it was late at night, and I got a little scared playing that game and everything like that, but that was just an awesome game, and it really got me hooked on the Xbox and on gaming in general. So I moved on to Medal of Honor and Call of Duty, started playing those type of games. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, there's a warthog out there that I'm trying to hide from. But back to the story, I actually got my dad, who was 50 years old, 50 some years old at the time, interested in playing Xbox, so he got one, and he was actually first to go online with it. I was out in the country and had a dial-up connection, so there's no way I could do online gaming, but he had a better connection, started playing online, and really developed a friendship with a lot of people and a close-knit of people that he used to play with. I remember him playing Graw and games like that, the other Call of Duties, so he developed that friendship and everything like that. And then after I was able to get a fast enough connection, I think I got like a DSL connection eventually, I was able to start gaming, and they kind of accepted me into their group. So that's how I got into gaming and everything like that. I've been playing online since Call of Duty 4 or Modern Warfare 1. So I've been playing with these guys and gals for like 6 years. I know them pretty well. I consider them close friends. And we actually used to get together every year, you know, kind of have like an annual gathering and everything, a lot of times at my dad's house in Chicago, in that area. But we haven't been able to for the last couple of years just due to gas prices going through the roof and everything like that. But really cool, close group of friends, and I really appreciate being able to play with them. Now, as for my advice for finding people to play with, boy, that can be really difficult, and that makes such a big difference for gaming, you know. And I'm going to call this in a horrible place right there. Don't do that. But I've actually made friends just randomly talking to people in lobbies. You know, you kind of hit it off with somebody, and it'll be like, hey, do you want to partner up? And then all of a sudden you got a new friend on your friends list. Otherwise, you can look for things that you have in common with other people. Like, I'm a Christian, so I looked for Christian gaming communities. I found 3dayrespawn.com. I found Partners in Christ. There are a ton of other Christian gaming communities where you can find people that share some of your beliefs and share a love for gaming like that. And boy, my stealth chopper almost probably took me out right there. But, you know, use other avenues to find gamers. And this is one of those instances where I wasn't sure if that guy was a friendly guy or not, and ended up just shooting him just in case, and kind of regret that because that was a friendly guy. So sorry about that. But those are ways that you can kind of find some people to game with. On to the final question. It actually comes from a friend that I made at 3dayrespawn.com. His name is Lifesong. Really good Call of Duty player, has like a 2 KD. You know, definitely a great person to have on your team. But he asked, what do you think about them removing the spawn delay in hardcore? It used to be that when you died in hardcore, you'd have to wait either like 3 seconds or 5 seconds or 10 seconds or 15 seconds before you would respawn. And it was kind of frustrating because I'm the type of player that wants to get back into the action and everything like that. So I never liked that. I wasn't a big fan of that respawn delay, and I never understood why they had it. So now they have it that you just immediately respawn. So I like that. You know, I'm able to get back into the game and everything like that. On the other hand, though, I don't have time to change my class when I die. You know, if I get shot by a stealth chopper and I want to switch to an anti-aircraft class, I don't have the ability to switch classes to prepare for that. It just throws me right into it. So I'm a fan of the change, and I also don't like the change at the same time. My perfect scenario, or what I'd like to see them do, is to have like a 2-second delay before you'd respawn. You know, give you a chance to change your class, but if you didn't want to change your class and you wanted to get right back into the game, I'd like it that you could press X and get right back into the game by doing that. You know, something more in line with what happens in core. But that's just my 2 cents when it comes to that. Now, this video is almost over, so I need to end right here. I will get to the Christian and the YouTube questions. I got a lot of great ones. There are a lot of people that don't like Christianity, and they sent me a lot of good questions, like why do I include things in here and everything like that. So I really want to talk to you guys and explain why I do what I do. I also got a lot of great questions about YouTube channels, you know, how to start one, any advice for them, how much money I make, and everything like that. So I plan on addressing all those in my next video. Let me know, though, what you think about this, and if I should keep on doing this. If you would, give me a thumbs up if you like it, thumb it down if you don't like it, just so I know. But I appreciate, like I said, all the questions. Feel free to send me some questions on those 2 topics for the next video, and I'll try to include them. But as always, take care and God bless.